And we are live again here for Pod Z episode 5. Two full timers. Two full timers. Not the two-time
Things
champ,
have
but
changed.
two full timers. Things have changed dramatically in a span of 2 weeks. We
Mm-hmm.
postponed we gave you guys a break from us. We thought you were tired of us. Um, but but we gave you a break last week, and WorldZY was being considerate of giving me a break as well. And basically, the typical day that we do record podcasts, Papa quit his job and is now pursuing full-time streaming. So we thought there's no better time to talk about full-time streaming than now, because you get to understand my transition. And then World has been doing this full-time for what? At least 8 months, right?
Probably close to it, yeah.
For
Yeah,
roughly that.
I'd say so.
Let's call it 8 months. So World's been doing this full time for about 8 months. So we thought there was no better time than now to just flat out talk about what full time streaming looks like, what type of work you do, what our routines look like. And again, like routine changes per day, I feel, because you never know what comes up. But before we even start, we are not sponsored. We're still not sponsored. But if anyone wants to sponsor us, we're giving you a shout out. But it is.
You're not sponsored, but something else happened on my end over here. We'll talk about that later, but yeah. So I guess we could share that. We could share that though for the
share that information.
podcast.
If they want to sponsor this podcast, we're more than welcome to accept.
Hey, they sponsor me, so you're a part of this right now. So you're
but
part
feel
of
free to hit the subscribe buttons on both of our channels. It is free to do and helps us. And also hit the like button if you do like this content and want to talk more. But let's just dive straight into it. WorldZY, how about let's start with non-streaming days. Let's focus on non-streaming day. What does a non-stream day look like for you?
How about we even take a step back and first off, congratulate PappaPaws, the power of positivity right there for, again, if you want the exclamation point merch at PappaPaws, twitch.tv/PappaPaws. First off, big congratulations. You took the risk, and I was probably one of the first to find out in the best way possible. It was just a random Thursday, right? I don't know what it was. And it was like the first message was, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Just quit my job and I'm going to be full-time stream. I mean, left field. I mean, he'd been teasing it obviously prior, but finally made the full commitment just last week. So again, big congratulations to you. Welcome to the world of all of us full-timers. It is exhausting, taxing, a little bit frustrating, but more importantly, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's the greatest job in the world. And I don't even call it a job. It's the greatest thing I've ever had. Before we get into all that stuff, how do you feel about it? Like, we've talked, but we're not spreading our DMs to the public. How do you feel about making the jump?
So I will say the first 2 days were the most difficult days that I've ever had. Actually, probably the first 3 days were extremely difficult. When I quit my job, the first thing I said to World, I think I did the stupidest thing of my life, but I quit my job. Quote unquote. That's exactly what I said to him. I told him I am scared. I'm anxious. I'm stressed, and I don't know what this looks like. But I feel like I'm doing the right thing because of being scared. So those first few days, I was emotionally raw. I was vulnerable, and I just didn't know what to do. But at the same time, if you've popped into my community, you know Papa's going to be raw. He's going to be vulnerable at all times, because that's how we do our stream. That's how I do that's how things work. And I'm honest with my mental health, and you're honest with your mental health. And that's how we've built community. So those first 3 days were rough. Then I went on a grind. I've been on a real grind, like crazy grind. I haven't taken a day off. I was going to take a day off, but I haven't taken a day off since last week. We are Thursday now? Yeah, we're Thursday. I've not taken a day off. I do recommend taking a day off, because it is. I thought, oh, cool, going full time, I'd have a little more time to do stuff. No, I'm so far behind on my to do list already.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because your schedule's constantly full. If it's not networking, if it's not having support days, if it's not making sure your content looks better, there's always something to do, and there's always someone to
Oh,
connect with. Always a opportunity to grow. There's sponsorship opportunities, there are affiliation opportunities. There's so many different things to do. Um, Sponsored over there. This guy right over there, he's sponsored. He's
uh,
sponsored, but not just sponsored by two things. He got sponsored by two things since our last podcast.
that is true.
Um, but at the end of the day, it comes down to, setting a routine for yourself and really sticking to it and being honest. And like, although I'm at home 24/7 now, it does not mean I have to work 24/7. You do need
Yes.
to find that balance in work life and um, work life and family life if you have a family, or just
Mm-hmm.
self-care. Um, do I play video games anymore? This is actually, I just want to debunk a myth right away. If you think full-time streamers play video games all the time, you're wrong. The only time I play video games is on stream. And recently, I haven't even played a video game on stream because I've done just chatting for the last two streams. So
Oh
it's
my God. We're gonna get it. We're gonna go down the well on that one because yeah. Oh yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
um I feel better now. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
anxious. I'm still stressed. There's still a question mark of, can I provide for my household? AKA, can I provide for me and pay for all my bills? I do have savings. So this is not a stupid decision. I have a backup plan, but we're going to evaluate this after 2 months, see what it looks like, see where I grew, where I didn't grow, and make some adjustments accordingly. If I could cover my bills, that's all I care about at the end of the day. And then, but at the end of the day, I also want to make sure that I continue to support this community, because this community is more valuable to me than anything else in the world. And this is why I quit my job, is because
Yep.
I ultimately came down to the decision. I was unhappy at my current job and I missed the community every single day. But now I get to spend every single day with the community, and it's not even a job. To me, it's just hanging out with people I love and care about. So that's where I stand right now. I'm sure that will change by time next week, but each week will be
Changes every
different.
day.
Yeah.
Changes every day, man. That's the beauty of it. Is like we were sharing some behind the scenes about uh if you think that full-time streaming is just like a walk in the park, could not be more wrong or further from the truth is what I was trying to say. PappaPaws showed me like sticky notes of what he should do, what he should get done. He sent me like basically his statistics in terms of like all of his Twitch streaming statistical stuff. And I showed him what it was like on Tuesday. Okay, so for those of you guys that know me, I do the WWA. That is my bread and butter. I'm gonna count this real quick here. 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, I believe, if I counted that right. 17 DMs and from the 4 hours I had streamed, just asking questions or personal stuff. Now that I love it, I got back to all of them. That's a normal day. That is a normal day, my friend. It is the greatest thing has ever happened to me, but I felt just like you though. I gave up my career. I gave up thing I did for what 3 or 4 years, taking gyms from little nothing, and that tiny risk of, oh, it's probably not going to look good the next month. Like we may be having to do it. Like my job was to turn those gyms around, and that's what I would do. I would make them huge, and then I'd move on to the next one, and I did that for about 3 or 4 years. And after Florida, and I had Carson and which by the way, we were going to start this sooner, but we had a run in. We had the Carson try to interrupt the show, so that was great. But I gave up making big time money running a gym on my own to making $100 a month. This is before I had went full time. So when you say the emptiness, the vulnerability, the just fear of the unknown. That was it is so hard to break back because honestly, and like I don't know if you felt this way, the only thing you wanted to do was like do it for 2 days of full time, throw up, and then just be like, all right, what did I do? I'll just go back, try and get my old job back. Like that was my fear. Like I am doing such a wrong thing, and not only like am I having trouble see if I could finance or be stable with my wife. I had a like a 3-month-old kid at the time, you know, but I believed in what I was capable of, and there was no greater, like you talked about community, and you know, there's really nothing like it. This community was believed in me when I made the announcement like you did. This community like kept us pushing forward, helped us get better. And now like we talk about we have a to-do list A through Z. Like I'm lucky if I get A through F in a day. I'm lucky if I get that done on a normal day, man. And then guess what? Like, you know, the rest of that alphabet gets put to the back for the next day. It is unpredictable. You don't know what's coming at you, but there's something beautiful about that too to me. Like how I can handle a situation, but also meet new people that that I enjoy, man. Like the communities. Like I met quite a bit of people through you. I met some new people like on Wednesday, brand new to the community. I like there's so many cool aspects and beautiful aspects in terms of this, you know, I don't even want to say job, just this career, this path we're taking, man. It's nothing like it.
And that's the thing is like the to-do lists, although you complete A through F, G through Z, oh, F, G, yes, making sure I know my alphabet. Because when you're a streamer, you can't say words, you don't know how to say names,
Yeah.
and you don't know your alphabet either. But G through Z gets thrown back to the top, but you also had Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z, like you had added to the list. Like it keeps on getting added and bigger every day. But at the end of the day, it's something I enjoy. It's something I love to do. Um, and like I know World talked about like after just doing 2 days of full time throwing up and going back. Oh, there was no going back for me.
Hmm.
Papa left, and when Papa left, he left.
Yeah.
I was in the restaurant business for over 17 years. 17 flipping years. I've been serving for 13 years. I've been working as a bartender or server. Did I love that job? Yes. But I lost my passion. And if you're not passionate about something, it's not going to work for you. And
Yep.
that's something probably key before you're even considering to do full-time streaming. If you're not passionate about full-time streaming, don't do it.
And
Don't
not to
do it.
cut you off real quick, but when he says if you're not passionate, you got to be 110% passionate about this. Like you wake up, you sleep, you dream about how to grow the channel. You are obsessed, dedicated, whatever the word you want to put on that, man. That you have got to be all in because if there's even the slightest bit that you're not into it or you're just like, man, like I got to stream today, like, man, like I got to go network and meet people. That's not it for you. It is not it. Like full time is full time, fully committed to this, to what you're doing.
And I will just add one extra thing, and this is probably because I'm a little bit of a different streamer than World. Like we have the same type of community base where we love our
Hmm.
community, support our community. Um, but this morning I was feeling raw, I was feeling emotional, I was feeling stressed out. And for me being a mental health advocate, it is more important for me to hit that start that going live, that start streaming.
Yep.
Um, because although I'm raw, I'm emotional, it's better for you to see that, to see how stressful this is, to see how anxious I can get. I do suffer from a lot of different mental health issues, but I thought it was more important to hit go live. And that, just to give you an idea of the mindset, I thought it was more important for me to say go live than say I'm not going live today. And
Yep.
that's where that passion comes from too. So if you're passionate about streaming, that is fantastic. Make sure you continue to build your community to a way where you can actually support yourself. and then make sure that passion still exists when you're ready to go full time, because you
Yeah.
need passion for this job, because it's not. My days have been a lot longer recently, just because I've been on a full grind trying to not rebrand, but really grow the brand, grow positivity, grow love, grow Paw Nation. Um, so what I will say when we talk about routine, I will tell you what not to do. Because what I'm doing right now is an example of what not to do, because you will burn yourself out. But I think it's important to note, because routine is everything. Self-care is everything. I know World likes to work out every single day. He loves spending he has nap time with his daughter, and I'm already like stealing his schedule because I and honestly, this is what's more important to me is the community I've built with other streamers, is because
Mhm.
we're able to understand each other. We're able to have these conversations to say, you know what, World, this is how I feel today. And World's like, oh, I've been there. Or World will come up
Yep.
to me. He's like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'd be like, you know what? That's a good idea. Would you consider incorporating this? And it's not me saying, hey, World, you have to do this. It's me just providing a different angle, because we can't see the full picture half the time, and build those relationships, build those things. Should we talk about routine first? Should we go where should we go with this? Networking, routine.
Literally, we're just gonna go in like 8 different directions. So first off, thank you right there for bearing with us. And if you followed us from the start to the finish of this thing, however long this goes, please hit that thumbs up button, because we are so proud that you guys stuck with us. Because I'm so proud of him for doing it. I met him when he did Minecraft Dungeons, and I I met him through through just, it wasn't luck, but someone said he'd been watching him, and then I found out that wasn't true. He fell asleep, and I met PappaPaws, just lucky that way. But I seen Papa from the man that was streaming in basically his living room with the golf clubs in the back, to now PappaPaws is killing it left and right. And here he is full time. So like, I love that I'm having this conversation, but what I love more is that I can relate with someone with this. Um, Now I can share personal stuff with anyone. Like I'm close to quite a bit of people in our community, and in our little inner circle we have where we can kind of vent. And and it's not anything that we wouldn't share with the community. There's just sometimes like there is a thing that PappaPaws that I need to share with just PappaPaws and myself type of thing. And that's kind of just what we do. But I could never really share, what was being full time. Like I would try to talk to people about, oh my God, like I'm about to like this was a long time ago. But I was sponsored by Bandai Namco, and I was like, "Oh, and they're gonna do this for me. It's gonna be really cool." And I get to play their new game and test it out. And like, there was these couple part timers that either got jealous or didn't give a shit about it. And I never had someone to like help me like with in terms of how I was feeling with the full time grind. And I won't lie, it's lonely. It was lonely because you know I have my wife and I have my daughter. My wife is a CPA auditor. She does governmental audits and all this stuff that I can't even comprehend. Do you think my wife understands when I try to explain to her, "Oh my God, I networked for like 3 hours, and like I only met two people today, and like all the other people were, they weren't very nice, or they didn't just whatever the issues was. And oh my God, I only got 25 average views, and I've normally been hitting 32." Like, my wife is supportive more than anyone, but she doesn't understand, where I'm coming from. PappaPaws now understands where I'm coming from. And when we went to go to that track of, hey, you're full time, how come you don't play video games with us anymore? To be perfectly honest, to be vulnerable, raw, I've lost friendships because of that. Um, People think I wouldn't care about them. And it's not that I didn't care about people. Like I did, but they were just like, "Hey, Worlds, when are you going to play this game with me? Worlds, when are you going to play this game with me? We used to play all the time. How come you don't? You don't even talk to me anymore?" Because this is my life. if I focus too much on outside where I don't put enough time into my streaming career and my focus, A, I'm not growing. B, I'm not going to provide for my family, and C, I'm letting the community down. You know, it's fine to play on sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I still do it. I still play sometimes late at night if I have free time, but like there is very few people. When I say very few people, I'm talking PappaPaws and like 3, 4 others. And yeah, that understand that, hey, I can't play World of Warcraft with you right now because I got to finish this podcast. I got to make 5 WWA characters. I got to cut a promo that's coming up here soon. And I got to get some Photoshop work done to get all this stuff done. And this is due in like 2 weeks. Okay, man, just whenever you're ready, just let us know. And we'll be here. That is what I needed. But I've had people that were just kind of like, oh, WorldZY just doesn't give a shit about us. Mm-hmm. It's not what it is. Like, and now you kind of understand because you reached out and you're like, hey, you know, Papa, how come I can't play video? You don't play video games with us anymore. Now you understand because you want to, you really do, but this is everything. Like, I'm not saying we're building a house of cards, but I'm saying that, man, the moment we are off track and we don't focus on the prize, you know, getting partnered, getting sponsorships, which we'll talk about in a minute, it's going to fall apart faster than what you think because you're not focused on what it is. You're too busy wanting to play video games for like 6 hours with friends every single day rather than being like, hey, I need to go meet X, Y, and Z. I've got to do this, this, and this to get stuff done to build the brand. So, yeah, I mean, it's now you kind of understand one of many aspects.
Yeah. And I know he mentioned this is not a house of cards. It's not a house of cards. We're just building. We are working on solidifying our house. We currently have a foundation. WorldZY has a first floor. I barely have a base. I have.
I put a bathroom in it. I put a bathroom in it. It's all good.
He put a bathroom, but the house is not complete, and the house is not complete until you know that you could fully, comfortably provide for your family every day. So for me, the reason why I'm waking up at 8 a.m. every single morning, basically nonstop till about 1 a.m. Why am I doing those things? Is because I currently can't provide for my household. I currently am taking a risk. I'd rather not dip into any savings or anything that I've built up over time through working and doing this at the same time. But it's because I want to build a foundation. I want to build that first floor so that I'm like World. I want that partner status one day. I'm not saying it has to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it has to happen 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 4 months from now. I know it takes time, and it is being patient, and it's being patient with yourself. And this is the one thing I need to continue to remind myself. And I'm going to dive a little bit into my routine habits and the gaming thing as well. Twitch is, and I say this time and time again, Twitch is not a race. It's a marathon. Yeah, someone's going to be a smartass. Yeah, and Papa swore just now. Someone's going to be a smartass and tell me, well, a marathon is a race. Okay, fine. A marathon is a race, but it's a lengthier race. Twitch takes time, takes patience. There's some people on the Twitch platform that I know that took 3 to 4 years to get to the partner status. There's some people who have gotten it in 6 months. Everyone has their time. Everyone has their content to create. But this is why World and I focus on what we need to focus on. He focuses on making the WWA the best flippin' wrestling commentating show out there on Twitch, making it as unique as possible. I am PappaPaws. I'm trying to make the best mental health platform that's possibly out there on Twitch, where someone's like, I need to come and see PappaPaws today. I need to watch PappaPaws. So this is why we spend so much time and grind so many hours. If it's networking, focusing on our content. So for my routine right now, it's a shit show, for a lack of better words.
And then, you know, and let me ask you that. So with us making A+ quality content, how quick is it though? Because we'll go behind the scenes. I showed PappaPaws someone about like networking, and I was like, man, check this out. Like, like it because we need to see A plus and stuff. Look how easy it is to see when someone's not having a good stream or someone's not being being themselves. If you think like, and it's okay to be like, you know, vulnerable and be raw, that's fine. But like, imagine if I did the WWA and I didn't have amazing people, for shout out to every single person that cuts promos and does all like production writing stuff. If I didn't have promos, if I didn't like get hyped up to do commentary, if I didn't get hyped up just to be a part and hang out with you guys. And as for Papa, if Papa doesn't feel like answer every mental health question, how easy is it for someone to see that, man? And it's because why? Why were we not feeling it? Maybe because we wanted to go spend some extra time with extracurricular activities rather than, like he said, really solidifying what we are building. Because the moment people see it, they're going to be like, oh, it's a bad day. It's okay. But what happens when that bad day becomes a routine where we're just kind of like, welcome to the WWA. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I forgot to book the show last night. So we've only got like 4 matches and yeah, then we'll just kind of do stuff. You're going to lose what you built because you're not focusing on the project or, you know, what the prize is. And same thing with you. Like, you've ramped it up to 110 and you were at 100 when you started. You know, your other 10% was obviously for your work, but you have told me all the time, even before then, you were not going to stop till you get there and you want to grow and get better. And now everyone thinks that, oh, it's luck and it's Twitch is, there's no use. You go up and down. It happens. All right. How you grow is how you come back up. It's part of it. So when you take those risks and you fall and you get back up, but people still see that, hey, PappaPaws is going from 8 to like midnight and damn near probably going to switch it up before he dies on me and I won't have a co-host anymore. I mean, it's sad, but it's true because I used to do that shit. I used to do what he did. And again, it's a great way to relate with people on that. But when people still say, hey, WorldZY and PappaPaws are trying no matter what situation, whether they're at 50 views, 20 views, 10 views, it doesn't matter. They're still trying to give the A+ quality. It means they care about us. We're talking about you guys watching right now. We care about you we have to sacrifice maybe playing Halo or whatever it is the hell we play on the side to give you guys A+ content. And that is, I mean, I can speak on behalf of both of us. That is our sole focus and what we do.
And it's solidifying that if it's a new transition, if it's a new intro promo like World just had recently, like holy crow, is that high quality content. And
we'll play that. We'll play that right here so you guys can see it. But
Nation, let me see you get hyped. Let go. Push ups, sit ups. You cannot pull up to me. You sitting on the bench while I'm out your bitch 320 and he'll keep.
That's a big shout out. Oh, I don't want to mispronounce. It's World. Is it World Winning Federation? Is that what
we will? For some people, his real name is Jeff the IT Guy on Twitter, and I will post a picture of Jeff the IT Guy on Twitter as well. He is a very, very good guy, very nice. He recently lost his job to COVID, and he's wanting to do it just, you know, obviously make some money. He streams as well, World Winning Federation. Super, super cool guy and very, very down to earth. And PappaPaws, I believe, is actually working with him. But when you guys see it, like, this dude's amazing. So whether you will need a new logo, a transition, or like a short little channel trailer, go check him out. Incredible.
Yeah, highly recommend it. And so like at the end of the day, it's something else, right? There's always something that you could work on. If it's transitions, if it's focusing on a trailer, if it's focusing on what game to play. For me, it's what type of mental health I will work on. For WorldZY, a lot of it's character creation. Booking matches, like Whatever your brand is, whoever you are as a streamer, there's always something to work on, always something to
a
improve.
different thing. So we talked about this, and we'll just give you again a peek behind the curtain. We talked about live views in terms of PappaPaws is dealing with a larger market than I am, because the wrestling market, now granted, I may have a bigger percentage of that. There's a smaller one. PappaPaws is going on Just Chatting, and Just Chatting is usually what, top 5, if not top 3, every single well, hell, I mean, let me pull it up here real quick. I'm in browse. It's whoa, wait. It's around top 5, yeah. So I can't
It's
see
always
just
top
yet.
5. It's always top 5.
Yeah. Let's just say it's always top 5. PappaPaws now is part of that. I mean, he plays different games, yes, but lately, since full time, he just wants to talk and have these conversations with you. And he's been doing great, but he is dealing with a larger market. So some random Joe can easily come in there, and if he talked like he just did 2 minutes ago, and blah, blah, why is that guy doing it? Same with me. I have a less market, so I have I have to be on my A game. Not to say PappaPaws doesn't. We have got to be on our A game, because the moment that we're slack and half-assing, we're trying to target new people and bring them into this wonderful community and show what we are all about. But if we're just like, no one's going to come hang out and say hi. And also, more importantly, as we're going to talk about here soon, outside sources such as sponsorships.
I had someone, and I'm actually going to just say their name. Actually, I don't think I legally can. So I'm not going to say their name just as a safety reason. I know a lot of other people that we give shout outs to, we have deeper relationships with. So it's totally okay for us to shout them out. But I had a viewer today come onto my stream saying, I love Stream Raiders. I play Stream Raiders all the time. And then they're like, give me a reason to stay here.
Wow.
They said that on stream. They're like, give me a reason. I said, I'll give you a reason. You are loved, appreciated, supported, and belong here. And I will tell you what this community is about. And someone redeemed a compliment for another streamer friend of ours, who's absolutely wonderful. I mean, I will actually say their name, Shadow Fury. Someone redeemed a compliment. So I complimented Shadow Fury for probably a good solid 5 minutes. After I complimented, we kept on talking with the rest of the community about mental health and their different issues. And then this person's like, you gave me a reason, hit the follow button. No more than literally 3 minutes after that, they subbed to the channel. I'm not saying I sold them on to subbing the channel, but I gave that person a reason to continue watching the channel. And that's because not only do I believe in myself, not only am I passionate about mental health, but I'm passionate about the product I'm about to deliver. And I can't speak on sponsorships because if you're watching this, future sponsors, PappaPaws is a free agent. You're more than welcome to come and find me. I am a mental health advocate first, and I will love the crap out of your company, and I will promote the junk out of you. I'm also a PG streamer. I typically don't swear, so I apologize for the 3 swear words I said earlier, but they were needed. But speaking on sponsorships, World, you could speak on behalf of 2 recent sponsorships that you just had.
So the first one, like, I've just been doing it. I think I even mentioned, I did a little teaser for it. So I am sponsored by Gamer Subs, and it is the #1 gaming supplement brand on the market. They have huge top name streamers, also YouTubers that I found out. It is really wholesome, really nice. First off, if you guys are interested, the link is down below. 10% off WorldZY, and you get free samples and a starter pack. Even clicking that link really does help me out tremendously. So please go check it out. I can't speak enough great things about it. 0 sugars, 0 calories, keto friendly for all of those health nuts out there. There's 100 servings in a tub, and it's basically 100 milligrams of caffeine per scoop. So you guys, you can't go wrong with it. But I won't go into it. I got sponsored by them, and they are an exclusive sponsor to the stream. And I also got sponsored to be a part of Raid Shadow Legends. They were looking to, I guess, bring the game back up again, just assert its dominance in the mobile gaming. But they wanted bigger streamers, and we had our interviews. But not to gloat on myself, this is kind of what we were trying to talk about, selling the product. Gamer Sups and Raid Shadow Legends both watched my stream for a week prior. I sent out an application to Gamer Subs. They didn't find me. I reached out to them because I was looking at sponsorships and I saw what they were about. And I was like, oh, this would be a great mesh. So they had watched when I sent that thing prior. Raid sent me an email saying they were very interested. They loved my how I was enthusiastic and my community, and if I would be part of the sponsorship, which I agreed to. Gamer Subs was different. I had an interview. I had 2 interviews with them. And this is where everything comes into play about selling your brand, selling what you are capable of. They know what I'm about. They already knew what I was about. We had an interview, and it was me and 2 of the partner managers, and one actually is like one of the higher ups in the business of Gamer Subs. And they just said, so who is WorldZY? What is WorldZY? Like, what do you do? And when I started going about who I was as a person and as a streamer, and what I did was the WWA, what I'm all about, and I could explain that in detail. Hey, it is a sub-only wrestling federation, or it is AI versus AI, meaning you can make whatever character you want to look like. If you want to look like a dog, a Super Saiyan, or if you want to look like a legend in the professional wrestling world, or just be yourself, you could do that. We commentate, role play. It's just like Dungeons and Dragons on steroids. It's so much fun. You can be a part of that. I had to give them like a 2-minute pitch on what I was about, but they knew it. But if I didn't sell them what they already knew, there was no way they're going to sign up on it. And then they mentioned this was my channel was the most wholesome, one of the most unique things they've ever seen in terms of how interactive it was, how positive the community was, and overall just the quality that I would provide, make it feel like a show, make it feel like something special. And they have a streamer named Russian Badger who averages thousands and thousands of viewers. And then there's me that averages 60 to 70. They chose me because they chose my quality, my brand. And that is what it comes down to. If you don't believe in what you are selling, if you don't believe in the quality that you're making and providing, there's no go. I had to do a second interview and just talk with one of the head reps, and then we signed our paperwork, and now I'm an official partner of Gamer Subs, and I'm so proud to be part of that. But that's what it's about. You got to,
and that's and I loved that conversation that I did have with Worlds as well. The exception is that I am one of those weird branded people that I'm not sure, you can't even see it in the top right corner there. So there's 2 things I do that's a little differently that actually probably doesn't gain me income, but I throw it back out into the community. Is one, any of my merch sales actually all goes to the Canadian Mental Health Association. It's something I stand for. I said even when I going full time, I would not take anything from merch sales, at least right now, because I think it's so important for me to continue to donate to the Canadian Mental Health Association. That is what's at the bottom of my heart. I also have a raid pot. So anyone who raids the channel, I donate directly to the Canadian Mental Health Association for this month. But for next month, it will be with Stack Up, because we did partner up with somebody, but we partnered up with another fundraiser because that's who PappaPaws is. But again, going back onto that, I had someone approach me from Stack Up saying, we love what you do. We believe that we could work together. And then I had an interview, not like an interview, but a meet and greet with them to really sell them on who I was. And I wanted them to sell me on who they were. Because when I'm working with charities, I want a product I believe in. And I think that's the same thing with World. Even with the sponsors, you want a product that you believe in. If I don't believe in your product, I can't sell your product, and I won't sell your product. And now, how do you sell your product? Well, for me, it's part of my routine, right? So I'm building my overlays, I'm building intro trailers, I'm building, you name it, I'm working on it. But I have to sell myself to other people. I have to believe in my product so other people will come watch. So when I'm waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, really 7:30, but we'll call it 8 o'clock. The first thing I'm doing is I'm taking out my dog, I'm having breakfast, and I sit at my computer, and then I network for the next 3 to 4 hours. That is networking session number one with PappaPaws. If I do go live that day, I go live. I do my thing. And then I do networking 2.0 with Papa because I so believe in my brand right now that I'm not going to stop. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, those are my full support days. So that is where I will watch people in the community, fully support them in everything that they do because I believe in their products too. It's not just believing in mine, it's believing in theirs as well. And that's how I've built wonderful community. I don't think I've missed a WorldZY stream. Even when I worked, I don't think I've missed a WorldZY stream in the last 4 months. I think today I did my follow edge. It was 4 months and 5 days and 23 hours. I have not missed a WorldZY stream. Why? Because I believe in his product. He has sold me on his product so much that I believe in it. And if you sell me on your product, I will be at every stream.
And it's the networking part of that is like what you're saying. We're not networking to grow just us and part of it as well. We want to help you guys too. But, you know, what the kind words he said is because he wants to watch me. I could have spent 4 hours and skipped through PappaPaws like, hey, man, that's great. Oh, by the way, come check me out. See you later type of thing. I literally love and enjoy going to watch PappaPaws stream. I'll take a nap. First thing I do after I kiss my daughter on her forehead is go tune into PappaPaws at around 2 p.m. Eastern. Usually around my time is when I come go say hi to him. And I stay there till the very end. Wherever he goes and raids, whatever he does, I am there from start to finish. And not because it's networking, just where I'm networking only because we network because we want to see what you're capable of and we believe in your product. And yeah.
And something even really cool, I took a picture on Instagram the other day and WorldZY messages me. He's like, I had to go check out so-and-so because you posted a picture of it. And that's the cool thing about the streaming community. And that's the cool thing about networking. If you tell me someone to check out, 100%, I am there in a heartbeat. I would love to check out their content, connect with them, build a relationship with them. I don't care if you have 1,000 views, 1 view. I don't care what your viewership base is. But if you can sell me on who you are and what you believe in, I am going to network harder than ever with you. And we're going to connect and we're going to grow together. And I will teach you things. Again, this is what this podcast is. It's almost like a teaching segment. But the thing is, and all this, as hard as I'm going, you need to build a self-care routine. So for me, next week, I'm making sure I only work from, call it 9 to 5. And once 5 o'clock happens, I do love Twitch. So I'll probably end up watching Twitch, but I'm not going to be networking hard. I'm just going to be chilling, relaxing in my living room with my dog, sipping on a beer, and just eating dinner or something along those lines. Or maybe next week I'll actually play a video game for the first time in about a week and a half. Because I think the last time I played a video game was Tuesday, and that was on stream. So like at the end of the day, you have to find that healthy balance, because what's going to happen, and I know World's going to call me out on this if I continue going at the pace I'm going at, is you need to take a break or you're going to burn out. Because right now, and this is the same type of energy World had when I'm speaking on his behalf, but I'm pretty sure it's the same type of energy that he had when he did go do his thing. And the reason why we go that hard is because we're so passionate and we're so ready just to take off and go to the next step and make things even bigger and better and more beautiful every single time.
Yep.
But you continue to go at that pace for a very long time, you are going to destroy your body. You're going to destroy your mind. And from a mental health advocate who needs to practice self-care right now, and I will say it, and anybody who listens to this and has listened to it so far and almost at the end here, please, 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 please hold me accountable for my actions, because I am going 100. I'm probably not even going 110 right now. I'm probably doing 220. And that's because I firmly believe in what I do, and there's a reason
Yep.
why I'm so passionate about this community, and I won't stop, and I can't stop. And I know that those are the favorite lines that World says all the time, but
It's my
it's who
favorite.
I am. I know, and the Dane Cook impression today.
And that's the thing with it too, is like you mentioned, like you're gonna flatline. To take it a step further, it can be what ruins relationships. Like if when that time comes, you have a significant other and you're not making time for them. And I'm just talking to streamers out there as well. It could be what destroys your relationship if you're so into, you don't have like I got to turn it off just for a couple hours, or and go focus on them. Like that can be what kills you. And I've never had that conversation with my wife, and she's been very supportive, because I knew family is number one to me. Family and this community they go hand in hand. But obviously, what is the most important thing in my life is my wife and my daughter, bar none. So when I'm done, when I get done with the WWA stream, and if they're in bed, I go upstairs and go see them, kiss them goodnight, go see her for a couple minutes, and go back downstairs if she's asleep. If she's not, I go hang out, and watch with her every Monday and Wednesday. Monday I do Zippo, and now I get in trouble sometimes because I will expose myself in PappaPaws stream, be like, "Hi, I'm here," and he's like, "WorldZY, you're not supposed to be here," but I sometimes I can't help it. He's just so damn good looking. It's hard to do.
it's the
And like
beard.
same thing, like
Beard.
I usually will go on Mondays and I'll say him because again, I love him to death. PappaPaws and Mex Kid are usually like the only two I'll go watch. But I won't do any networking or Zippo about that. Wednesday is my support day where I focus, but I always, always, always will make time for my two girls, because if I go 220 miles an hour, if I give it every little bit, and I just, I don't think about what matters most and what's most important, you know, and even going, we don't have to talk about like relationships like that. If you're going so hard, but yet you've got someone in your DMs asking you for mental health advice, or needs PappaPaws' help, or like I just mentioned earlier, and I showed PappaPaws how many DMs I got. And a couple of those was mental stuff, some was WWA stuff, and some was streaming stuff. If I went so hard and then just left them to go, you know, you're ruining your community. You're ruining your community that way, because you're not giving them the time of day, because you're just so focused on yourself and trying to be you and being that. And as much as you want to push and build the brand, it can be the same thing that obviously can be your downfall. As crazy as that sounds, it really can.
And I'll put a disclaimer out there. On my off days, which is now Sunday, I will still answer my DMs if they're mental health questions. And that's just because who I am. And if you have any mental health issue, and because I tell you to reach out, and if you're reaching out to me on a day off, I will message you back. Because why? Your mental health is important to me. Self-care is important to me. And this is why, like, we're talking about two full-timers. We just want to be the best version of ourselves, and this is why we need to take that day off. And maybe relationships is another talk we have on a different day. But right now, I think the most important points to take away from today is you need to be passionate. You need to have a routine, and you need to believe in yourself.
Pace yourself. Add that one on there. You need to pace yourself.
And pace yourself, because eventually you'll burn at both ends, and that's not how it works. But
you guys want the true story behind the scenes? Right before we went live, he had his hoodie up. He had like red eye bags. I'm not joking. It's real. You guys can't see it because he's zoomed out, but he looked just like how he was right there. And he was like, "Hey man, I just got back home." In that tone, because he is dog ass tired too, because he wants to grow. And again, why am I different? Why WorldZY? Why do you sound like that? A, is because I'm hopped up on 100 milligrams of that sweet gamer subs. But more importantly is because I know to pace myself. And we'll call it 8 months, but he is in he's in week 1.5 of my 8-month life. I was there during that time. I did it. But I'm telling you, he's feeling it. It's going to smack you in the face so hard, because there's at one point where you just literally want to sleep for like 12 effing hours and you don't want to do jack. And video games literally could be your only escape. So again, I love having this conversation because he's part of this now, but that is, that's what it is pace yourself. Pace yourself. If he's going to put that on bulletin points, make that number one. That number one.
And I think, it's very valuable. I will actually add one on that list. And that's, I say networking, but it's building that authentic relationship with someone you want to grow with. Someone that you are confident in growing with.
Do not be fake. Be genuine. Be there because you want to be there.
Because I still, to this day, can remember the first message I got from World. And it was a personal one. And he actually invited me on to... he said he invited me, one, to watch his stream. But then two, he says, I would love to talk you onto a Discord call. And that is so valuable.
And I don't do that often because I am an introvert. I don't do that often too.
But, and again, that may not be World's cup of tea. I love Discord calls. Discord calls are my jam. But build that authentic relationship with someone, because what World and I have right now, it's two people who could just bitch about anything in the world. And if it's family related, if it's sponsorship related, if it's stream related, if it's just the poor Rays losing tonight, it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Really?
Well, you beat my Yankees. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about creating that genuine relationship. Because once you create that genuine relationship, it's someone that I can message every single day of the week. And I know if he's busy that day, like I know when to message World and when not to message World, because I know World's schedule probably the back of my hand. He will know my schedule pretty well very shortly here. But at the end of the day, it's building that relationship. So like I shoot him a message. If he doesn't get to me right away, I know he's either working out or spending time with his family, and he'll get to me eventually. Because at the same time, he's doing the same push I'm doing. And it's not he's ignoring me. It's not he's leaving me on unread. It's basically him focusing on him, being who he is, and going from there. Again, like, please let us know what you want. Because again, this is not PappaPaws and WorldZY just throwing content out there because we want to throw content out there. We want to build this authentic relationship with the community, and we want to hear what you have to say and what you want to do. And then hopefully we could actually do this live one day, that would be interesting. Actually,
the plan is, we were talking about, the plan was, he's going to have a charity stream, and if everything works out according to plan, that is going to be part of the charity, not incentive, but like as during that stream, we're going to be doing a live interview or a live podcast. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Date actually is November 11th, which just happens to be both of our support days. Yeah, I know. I have to reschedule. I have to figure out what the schedule is going to look like that week, but it will be November 11th. Is officially confirmed. Flyer to be up on Twitter, hopefully very shortly, and pinned to my Twitter page. But yeah, let us know what you want. Let us know what you want. Again, this is a fresh journey for me right now. It's gonna be interesting to see what next month looks like. 2 months from now, 3 months from now. But again, I'm happy that I have a great friend in World by my side to walk this journey every single day. And again, I couldn't do it without this community, and I could not do it without great friends like World. And
trust me, it goes both ways. Yeah, it goes both ways, because again, you're in week 1 and you are learning from me. As you know, if I can mentor you in any way, I'm grateful. I did this 8 months by myself, where I can relate to someone on a streaming level, but no one in our circle can relate to being a full-time streamer. No one can relate to the hours putting in that you do. And now PappaPaws finally sees it. He finally gets those red eye bags on his face. He finally just wants to sleep like a zombie and, you know, then wake up and do it all over again. He finally feels and tastes it. And I love it because I can have that to relate with someone. So we're talking about content before we get out of here. We do this because we care about you guys, and you know, he's so proud of him for making the jump, making the risk, and going for it. Obviously, you can't grow without a little bit of risk, and that's exactly what he's doing. And I know he's making the right choice. Again, he may not believe it yet because he is self-conscious and a perfectionist like I am, because I did the same damn thing. But at the end of the day, man, like that. This is what we do and this is what we care about. And it means the world to me to have someone to relate with and literally have a community that understands when we're having a bad day, understands when there's days where we hit that go live button and it just looks like we're on our last leg, but they understand that we're giving you guys content and they understand everything we're going through. So thank you guys. And thank you, Papa, for tagging with me on this journey, if I want to use a wrestling reference there.
Tag team champions of the world. Here we go.
There we go.
As my mic falls down, as it's been doing all flipping week. But again, you guys are so loved, appreciated, supported, and definitely do belong in both of our communities. Know that we're always here for you. Know that we love giving you this insight on inside of our lives, but again, this is all about you. This is what you want. I'm looking forward to growing with you and being as vulnerable as possible during this entire journey. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. And again, in proper fashion, as per usual, we hope to see you next time. Go buy some gamer supplements over there.
Go buy some merch. Yeah, I've got one merch. And I like it. Go get some merch for him. And then, you know, if you're feeling like staying up late at night, or if you just want that little extra boost, you can't see because there's a glare, but 10% off, ladies and gentlemen, get some free supplements, get a free starter pack. And pretty soon, actually already, we're going to be switching over to free shipping because obviously international shipping is expensive, but we're going to be switching that over soon. So for all of you, PappaPaws in Canada, we got a lot of UK people out there as well, and in Australia, free shipping. So we'll be having that out soon as well.
And we'll put one of those links below too, because I want to support World more than anything in the world. So we'll put I'll put one of those links back in my YouTube page. Feel free to go support my dude, the living legend himself. Can I get a woo?
I don't have exclamation point woo, no. But woo!
Thank you so much, because I know my mic will not work for it. So again, we love you guys. Until next time, PawZY is out, my friends. Forever, nations.